Salam friends, this is part 2 of the 4-part YouTube series where I'll be talking about all things crochet. In part 1, we talked about getting started with crochet, hook types, yarn types, etc. And now in part 2, we're going to be talking about mastering the basic crochet stitches and how you are going to use it in your different crochet projects. Part 3, I'll be teaching you how to read crochet patterns and avoid common crochet mistakes. And in part 4, I'll be giving you a bit of inspiration, tutorials to follow, beginner crochet projects, etc. At the end of every video, I'm also going to be giving you a practice. I gave a practice exercise in the last part. I hope you've done it. Just so you can, practice what you've learned in the video. There are timestamps available down below, so you can skip to whatever part of the video you have more interest. If this all sounds like something you want to get more into, keep watching. There are 4 essential stitches that every crocheter needs to know in order to get started with crochet. These stitches are building blocks to making anything you want to make. If you've learned these 4 stitches, trust me, you can read any pattern, because any single project that is made around that you see everywhere is made with any of these stitches I'm about to mention, either a combination of all of them or just like a few of them. The first is the single crochet. It is the shortest of all the stitches and it gives your work this like nice tight texture. It is mostly used in bag straps because your bag straps have to be tight enough to carry whatever you're holding in your bag. So using a single crochet is very good for that because it's very tight. It's not stretchy. If you use it for any kind of work you want to use it for, it's not going to stretch too well. It is also used in amigurumis or plushie toys because you're not going to have visible holes in your project. Also used in dishcloths or tightly woven blankets. All in all, any project that you feel you want it to have a firm structure and keep its shape. Insert your hook into the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop through where you inserted your hook. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. You yarn over again and pull through those 2 loops. That's another single crochet. You want to be able to count them. Every single crochet you make, you create a V at the top. So to know how many single crochets you've made, you look at the V and you count the V's. Right now we can see 1, 2, 3 V's, which means we have 3 single crochets. The next 3 stitches I'm going to talk about are kind of the only difference is the amount of times you are pulling through loops. Don't worry, I'm going to explain it so you understand. So the first is half double crochet. Half double crochet is like one of my favorite stitches to use. It is not only slightly taller than single crochet, it is also stretched, sturdy and tight. So it's basically like single crochet but taller. It's used in beanies, cardigans, sweaters, fingerless gloves or blankets that you feel like it needs a bit of drape to it. For half double crochet, you are going to yarn over before you insert your hook. So for single crochet, you insert your hook before you yarn over. This you're going to yarn over, you insert your hook into the chain, yarn over, you pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. So you yarn over and pull through all those 3 loops. That's a half double crochet. So same thing with a single crochet. When you're counting it, you look at the V's. The number of V's that you can see determines the number of stitch that you have in that row. Double crochet. This is the most popular stitch out there. It's even the first stitch I learned because of how popular it is. 80% of projects that you might see on Pinterest or any uses a double crochet because it is just so easy to learn. It's so versatile. Not only is it slightly taller than single crochet and half double crochet, it also works up faster than those ones. That's why it's very perfect for shawls, wraps, lace or mesh patterns, fruit bags, etc. You yarn over, you insert your hook into the chain, you yarn over, you pull up a loop. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. If you were to do a half double crochet, you are going to pull through all those 3 loops. For double crochet, after yarning over, we'll pull through just 2. So we'll pull through just the first 2 loops. Now we have 2 loops on your hook. Then you complete it by yarning over and pulling through those 2. That's a double crochet. The triple crochet. This is the tallest, and for whatever project you are using it for, it's going to create a lot of holes because using them next to each other, the stitches will not be so close to each other. That's why it's perfect for draperies or curtains that you don't really need to cover anything. You just want to have it as like a decoration piece. Triple crochets are really perfect for that. So for a triple crochet, You know how in double crochet and half double crochet we yarn over once? For a triple crochet we're going to yarn over twice. So this is one yarning over, then yarn over again, then you insert your hook into the chain and pull up a loop. After pulling up a loop, you have 4 loops on your hook. For double crochet we have 3, half double crochet we have 3, while for a triple crochet we have 4. So you yarn over, you pull through the first 2 like in double crochet. Now this is the difference. We have 3 loops on our hook. We're not pulling all through those 3 loops. We'll pull through another 2 again. Now we have 2 loops on our hook. Then we yarn over and pull through the remaining 2. So you can see that it's a bit taller than half double and double. That's a triple crochet. You don't really have to use these stitches for the examples I gave. You can use whatever stitch for whatever thing you want to make. I just want you to understand that single crochet is going to create a tighter look to whatever you want to make. Half double crochet is the same tight look, but it will be a bit stretchy. Double crochets, they are taller than half double and single. There are not too many holes. While triple crochet is like double crochet, but when you use it, you are going to have so many holes in your project. So you have to use it for something that you know you don't want it to be too tight or too close up together. There are 2 ways to use these stitches in a project. There's the working in a row and working in a round. It is working back and forth and turning your work after each row. It's mostly used in projects that you know is just going to go in a continuous line, scarves or blankets. For example, a scarf does not have a 3D shape to it. It's just flat. So working in a row is perfect for that. When you're done with one row, you turn your work to go the other row, and you keep doing that till you've worked up a large square to go around your neck. It is going in a circular motion instead of turning your work like walking in a row. It is mostly used in hats or amigurumi. Walking in a row is a bit more difficult than walking in a row because you need to walk into something called a magic ring, and that's kind of difficult to learn. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It was actually kind of hard to learn, but I am going to try my best to create a video that is not only easy to understand but also easy to follow, so no worries about it. But for this video we are just going to be walking in a row. We learned how to do not only a slip knot but also a chain. I hope you know how to do it now. If you don't, you can check the video up here. In this video we're going to be making use of what we've learned in the last part. We're going to make a slip knot. This is your slip knot, and chain 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 10. But we're going to use an extra one, which makes it 11. So we have 11 chains on our hook. You're going to ignore this first chain and insert your hook into the second chain from your hook. So we're not putting our hook into the first one, we're putting it into the second one like this, and then you yarn over. Like the name says, the yarn goes above your hook. Then you pull up a loop through where we inserted our hook. So yarn over again and pull your yarn through those 2 loops. You've created your first single crochet. You keep doing that till the end of the row. Then I'll show you how to turn to work on the next. Now we've reached the end of your row, and if you chain 10 plus 1 in the beginning, you should have 10 single crochets on a row like this. So at the last stitch, you chain 1 like this, and then you turn your work so that the wrong side is facing you. To know the right side, if your end is on the left side, then whatever part is facing you is the right side, and then the opposite one is the wrong side. So after chaining 1, you turn your work so the loose end will be on the right side, then this is the wrong side facing you. Now you can start working in a row. Try to open it up a bit. You see a hole, so that's where you're inserting your hook into. So you insert your hook directly under the 2 V's, yarn over, you pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. you yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. That's another single crochet. So you keep working single crochets along this row till you reach the end of the row. Now we have 2 rows of single crochet. I'll repeat that again. When you've reached the end of the row, you chain 1, then you turn your work. So the wrong side of the last row you just did is facing you. Then you insert your hook directly under the 2 V's and complete your single crochet. You do that again, directly under the 2 V's, do another single crochet, and you keep doing that until the last row. So you just keep repeating that steps. Single crochet down to the last row, you chain 1, you turn your work, do it again, you chain 1, you turn your work, and just keep doing that till you have as much of a row as you want. So that's how you work in rows. The way you do single crochet is the same way you do your double, half double, and your triple. This is how I doing this. You're going to start building up your work like this. So your work is going to be moving like this. Your practice project for this part is to create small squares with each of the stitches learned. So in total you have to have 4 squares. One square is going to be single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, and the other a triple crochet. It not only helps you understand exactly how to do, but you can be able to see the difference between each one of them. I'll see you next week for part 3, where we're going to be learning how to read written crochet patterns and how to avoid common crochet mistakes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful once again. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.